Hello and welcome back to The Abstract. Today we'll be describing the comedy drama film That's My Boy. Shocking things happen. Watch to the end to find out. The only thing we love more than movies is you. Spoilers ahead, take care. In 1984, Donnie is the popular cool kid in school. Donnie's friends talk to him about girls. That's when Donnie says he's not into them, and into more mature women, pointing at his teacher, Mary. He approaches Mary and flirts with her by asking her to go to a concert, but she shuts him down by telling him that asking a teacher on a date is inappropriate. But that doesn't stop Donnie, and gets 1 month of detention for it. But in detention, Mary says that his persistence was really arousing to her, and she takes him into her office. This is where their affair begins. They'd meet up together even outside of school. One day, there's a big presentation at the school where all the students are there at the auditorium when they start to hear noises and the curtains behind the principal are opened. Everyone sees Mary and Donnie. Mary runs away nude and in shame, while Donnie gets cheered by the audience and basks in the glory they give to him. Mary is arrested and sentenced to 30 years. She is also pregnant with Donnie's son. Donnie becomes famous from this and gets interviewed and makes a lot of money. But 28 years later, he has spent all the money and is now an alcoholic. Donnie finds out from his advisor that he owes the government $48,000 in unpaid taxes and will go to jail if he does not pay, but he has spent all his money and only has $20 left. The advisor gives Donnie 2 suggestions. The first is that he bets the $20 on a fat man running in a marathon, with his winning odds being 8,000 to 1. Meaning he will make so much money if he wins. Donnie says he will bet the money, and then the advisor says the second option is he asks his son for the money. But Donnie reveals that he had left him the moment he turned 18 and no longer wants to see him. This is the son he has with Mary. His name is Han Solo. Han Solo changed his name to Todd and has turned his life around. He used to be very fat, but lost so much weight, and also has an attractive girlfriend named Jamie, who he is going to marry, and a great job. The wedding of Todd is in a newspaper because he is now a rich and successful businessman, and Donnie is shocked that he lost so much weight and changed his name. Todd also lied, telling the media his parents died instead of the truth. Todd takes his girlfriend to his boss's house. Todd also meets her brother, who is a tough military man, and threatens Todd if he hurts his sister. Donnie goes to meet some people to try and make the money, meeting with Vanilla Ice, his friend, a famous actor and rapper, but they get into a fight because Donnie did the woohoo with his mother. Then Donnie goes to a TV producer to interview him and Mary after all these years as an update to their relationship. The producer is interested, but asks about his son. The producer tells him that if the 3 of them are interviewed together as a family, he will pay Donnie $50,000, and so Donnie goes to see Todd, meeting his wife-to-be, Jamie, in the process. Todd is absolutely shocked by this, and Todd quickly introduces Donnie as his friend. Donnie is at first confused why he didn't introduce him as a father, but then plays along, making up fake stories about Todd that everyone believes. Todd says that Donnie should leave, but the family thinks he is interesting and invite him to stay until the day of the wedding. Todd gets mad when Donnie accepts to stay, and Todd asks why he is there. Donnie doesn't mention the interview, but lies that his mother is sick and that he needs to see her. They then have a fight where Todd says Donnie was a bad father, but Donnie thinks he was an amazing father. Donnie meets the boss and impresses everyone with fake stories until someone recognizes him for being the boy who impregnated his teacher. Then, everyone asks about his son he had with the teacher. On the spot, he says the son grew up to be a horrible person, and later Todd's friend gives a toast where he gives his position of best man to Donnie because he thinks Donnie and Todd are old friends and that he deserves the title at the wedding. Donnie is quick to accept and then pulls everyone's attention to play sports, but Todd is bad at sport and ends up embarrassed. The next day, they all go to the bachelor party for Todd, and Donnie finds it boring because they go to relax at a spa. Donnie says they should all go to a strip club, and because they all like Donnie, they follow him. At the strip club, they all have fun. Todd also has fun and gets very drunk. Then, Donnie gives Todd a gift of an earring from his mother and pierces Todd's ear for him so he can wear it. Then, Todd meets his uncle Vinny, who is acclaimed rapper Vanilla Ice. They get drunk and Todd enjoys the night so much that Todd says he will visit his sick mother. But Donnie starts growing a bond with Todd and doesn't want to ruin it. So he says the truth that his mother is not sick and he doesn't have to see her. When they get back, Donnie sleeps with the grandma, who is the mother of the boss, and Todd sees his girlfriend's wedding dress, and the next morning it is revealed that Todd made woohoo with the dress and vomited on it. Jamie has him take it to be cleaned, and on the way to the dry cleaners, he will pass the jail where his mother is. So he calls Donnie to tell him he will see his mother anyways, and Donnie rushes to try and stop him, so he doesn't know about the interview. Donnie finds Todd there, and they both meet Mary. She is older, but still very attractive, and she and Todd have a good talk before she and Donnie start flirting. The interview crew then comes, and Todd is very mad at Donnie, and so Donnie decides he will leave, and that it was a mistake to come back to his son's life, but then hears Jamie outside, on the phone, to his boss say that Todd will never find out. Donnie thinks Jamie is cheating on Todd with his boss, and rushes to tell Todd at the wedding rehearsal, but then it is revealed that Jamie just prepared a surprise for Todd. Donnie, finding out he misjudged the conversation, decides to leave. Jamie and her brother leave together before the wedding tomorrow. And talking to a stranger, Donnie is told the best way to fix things is to first apologize to Jamie. So he goes to her hotel with 2 ice creams to apologize, and hears her woohooing with somebody. Donnie breaks in and finds out that she was woohooing with her own brother, and then takes a picture to show Todd, but she offers him a large sum of money for him to not show Todd. Donnie ends up accepting the money. Donnie feels ashamed for putting money before his own son, and so him and superstar rapper Vanilla Ice go to crash Todd's wedding. Todd is moments away from marrying Jamie, but Donnie gets there just in time. Donnie then says that Todd is his son, and people realize that Todd is the son of the man who had a baby with his teacher. And Jamie says she is disgusted by this news. Donnie then calls her out for cheating, and proves it by showing the check she wrote him to keep his mouth shut, and tears it up to prove that his son is more important than any amount of money. Then, Jamie tells Todd the truth, and Todd is so disgusted by it, he tells everyone at the wedding, and then Jamie begs him to marry her, but he rejects her, and proudly tells everyone that his father is Donnie. Todd quits his job as well, and hit record producing rapper Vanilla Ice also says that Todd's boss was sleeping with Jamie as well, and the boss rejects this, but then Todd tells the boss that Donnie and big shot rapper Vanilla Ice did the woohoo with his mother, the grandma, who laughs. Later, Todd then offers Donnie the money, and Donnie rejects, saying he will be responsible for his own actions. That's when the advisor from before rushes in to turn on the TV, and the fat guy that Donnie bidded $20 on wins the marathon. and he wins $160,000, and everyone celebrates that he doesn't have to go to jail. Donnie and Todd are happy and excited to be a family, with Todd's mother getting released from prison in 2 years. Thank you for watching Movie Abstract. We hope we've helped you in experiencing this if you could not before. If you've made it this far, please help us and subscribe, leave a like, and hit that bell icon. We really need it. See you in another video, and take care.